like a memory for me. In Oklahoma, we lived up on a mountain, and it was 3 miles just to get to the pavement. And then we had to walk another mile into town. Well, back in those days, we didn't have garage sales. What we would do was go down to the sale barn, and they had people that would bring in big loads of clothes that you had to dig through to see if you could find anything to fit you. Well, my mother didn't go down to look for clothes most of the time. She went down to look for blue jeans. And she would collect up, old, tore up blue jeans and stuff, and we would lug them home. We didn't have a car or a horse and cart, so we'd lug them home that good 4 miles back to the house, and we would spend the evenings taking out the thread in the seams. I don't know why she didn't let us cut them, but most of the time she just made us undo the thread in the seams, possibly because she used that thread again. I'm not sure. I think she did. Yeah, I thought about that now, but we would undo the thread, and she's telling us stories, or my grandfather would tell us stories. So we would undo the thread, and then she would take them, and she would gauge how big a patch she could make, and she would make us quilts for the winter. There were 6 of us, and every year she would make as many quilts as possible. Sometimes we all got a new quilt, sometimes we didn't. But I remember that when Jay was talking about making quilts and working together and stuff. So we have all kinds of memories, and this is a day for grandparents. Tomorrow is the Grandparents' Day, but it's a day to think about that. Our grandparents, what we could do for our kids to make memories and stuff. So we're so glad you're here today to let us talk to you. Our next gentleman is a character. Yes. He's with us today. Yes. Our next gentleman, Mr. D.C. Cornish, is a renowned storyteller. He does this professionally. He is all over the states. He tells all kinds of stories. He is booked a lot of times for Black History Month, from place to place. He's been in libraries and festivals, and it is our pleasure to see what he's going to be telling us today. He likes the mystery of not giving me titles to keep us on our toes. Next on stage is D.C. Cornish. Let's give him a big welcome.
Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all ready? Okay. Make sure I ain't got nothing that the police will keep me from. There you go, relax, it's all right. It's Grandpa. Well, I don't never say nothing right because I'm from East Texas. Now, for those of you that are new to the East Texas, we speak different in East Texas. You know, it's like we say naked. We don't say naked. We say naked. Now people think that's the same word mispronounced. No, it's 2 different words. Naked means you're new. You're new. Naked means you're new, but you're up to something. So when Big Mama look at you and go, I saw them children down by the lake, and they was all naked. I'm just teaching y'all how to translate. Because see, us folk from East Texas, we have our own way of speaking. So if I get something horribly wrong, just go, he from Texas, child, don't worry about it. And that's what so it's Grandpa's day and Grandma's day. You know, we gotta thank Grandpa and Grandma. We gotta love them. Because sooner or later, you will be one. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. 6 years ago, I became a grandfather. Life ain't been the same. Life ain't been the same. But it made me think about my own grandmother, grandfather, grandparents, because we had Grandpa Hagen. Now, Grandpa Hagen was Church of Christ, intertwined with Jehovah's Witness. Oh, Grandpa Hagen had a set of rules. Now, my mama was something different. My mama was the only girl with 5 brothers. That's right, it was 6 of them. 1 girl, 5 brothers. So she was kind of wild. And she could get away with stuff too. And I tell people this story about her because Grandpa Hagen is in the story because Mama wanted to be something special. Now, my mama, she was a very intelligent woman, but she wasn't that smart. There's a difference. Intelligence is knowing something. Wisdom is knowing what to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? Wisdom is knowing what to do with it. And see, my mama, she knew what to do with what she got. From she was tired, she was a little girl. And when she got voted Miss Y-Teen of Phyllis Wheatley High School in 1943, she was ready. She wanted to strut her stuff. But Grandpa Hagen wasn't happy. A young girl is supposed to wear a dress 3 inches below the knee, flat shoes, her hair tied up in 2 buns right here, in a turtleneck sweater in September. That was what Grandpa Hagen believed. These little girls. Well, my mama, she wanted to do something. She was Miss Y-Teen. So you know what she did? She tried out to be a cheerleader. Oh my God. Now my mama was what we called in the hood high yellow. That's that Cajun blood, long, silky black hair, kind of thick, boom, boom, you know, good looking girl. And they put her in one of them cheerleading outfits. Now, for those of you that don't know, back in the day, the cheerleading outfit was the most risque outfit you could wear in the world. And she got it. And at first, she came home and asked Grandpa Hagen, I was wondering if I could go out and do some extracurricular activities. He was like, okay, chess club, checkers, that all sounds good. Well, I tell you, she just said, something like that. They didn't know, she didn't know at all that she was. Well, not only did she do good, she was good at it. She was captain of the freshman girls cheerleaders. Oh yeah, oh sookie now. Freshman men, oh man, I'm telling you. But it all came to a head because Grandpa Hagen had gone to school in what they call, oh my God, it was a little north of Houston, Montgomery County. And there was gonna be a big game between the Phyllis Wheatley Wildcats and the Montgomery Cougars. Oh, them big cats was gonna tangle. Grandpa wanted to go to that game because he was a cougar. Mama was going to that game too because there was the opportunities for the freshman girls. It was their turn to cheerlead. I'm sitting there going, because I was a little bitty boy. You know, they was telling me this, because this was the story I heard from them. Let me correct that. This was the story. Grandma Hagen is the one who told me this story. And I'm just sitting there going, ooh, because I know what's going to happen. Because I know Grandpa. So he's sitting there, then all of a sudden, the game is a good game and everything. And he hear, here comes the marching band. Boy, I mean, they marching and they getting it on. And then all of a sudden, out come the freshman girls cheerleaders. They come out, and you know when the cheerleaders come out, they all look like they on a trampoline. They just bouncing up in the air, waving their arms, flipping over each other. And here comes my mama doing cartwheels. Boom, 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 boom. She do the cartwheel, she passed right in front of Grandpa, and she goes, whee! Grandpa Hagen jumped up and gave it to Fred and said, woo! Grandpa Hagen grabbed his, I'm sorry, give me a minute. Grandpa Hagen grabbed his heart. He looked up, and next thing you know, he was running toward the fire exit. Well, they done thought, oh Lord, she done scared him to death. He gonna run all the way back to Fifth Ward. He took off running, but when he got to the fire exit, he didn't take the exit. He took the other ladder, which led him right down onto the football field. And Grandpa Hagen was running out to the football field. He was running right toward Mom. Now, the people that come and grabbed him didn't know that that was his child. All they saw was this idiot running onto the football field. So, and the killing part was, some of the Wheatley boys looked over and saw him running toward Doc, because that was her name was Dorothy, they called her Doc. They saw this man running toward Doc, they was like, that's Miss Joaquin. And they say that was the best tackle made in the whole football. Grandpa Hagen had a hissy fit. Mama was scared to go in the house because they got home before the football game was over with. And man, she said she was scared to come in the house. But when she finally did come in the house, he was asleep. But you know, when you get to be old like that, and you got something on your mind, you can't sleep. Just go on and admit it, you can't sleep. You be laying there going. You do everything but sleep. And man, that morning, she was in the bed asleep. 6 o'clock in the morning, Grandpa Hagen was up. I swear to God, he got up, went out there, woke up the rooster. He needed some company. Man, so she got up, she walked out there. There was Grandpa Hagen, looking right at her. Oh, he let her have it because he told her it was unladylike for her to be flipping and bouncing across the football field, showing the whole world her goodies. But she said, now don't get me wrong, like my mama was the only one. There was 3 other cheerleading teams out there. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But their night to go through the paper. I forget what Grandma called it, but my mama called it. We go through that paper. So I'm just trying to make sure that I live up to the reputation we grandparents have, you know, because we got to provide our grandkids with good stories. We got to give them a good story. But I'm gonna give you one to tell them real quick. And this is one I like to tell, because it's about the power of a grandparent. These kids from the city went to the country, and they were staying in the country. When they were staying in the country, they were staying with Big Mama. Now, Big Mama is that's an East Texas term. Believe it or not, throughout the Aboriginal societies of the world, the older women have always run the society. A corpulent woman is always considered, that's a sign of richness. Yeah, back in the old days, old folk kept it simple back in then. If you're fat, you're good eating good. If you're skinny, you need help. And that's why you see those pictures of those women, they're all full figure, they're corpulent. And that was a sign of beauty. And so we have the same thing in our neighborhood, we just call her Big Mama. They went to visit Big Mama. Big Mama had a little rooster. It was a little red. He was a little red rooster. And he used to go, rah, 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 rah. He'd go around bars and everything. He was in charge. Little red rooster, I'll tell you. Well, he found an old inner tube and he took that inner tube. Now, I hope I ain't corrupting none of the children in the room. But if you find an old inner tube and you get some scissors, you cut it, you get you some leather strips off of it. You get them leather strips, and man, he made him a slingshot. So he out there shooting that slingshot. Bing, bing, choo, pow, pow. Man, he's shooting cans and everything. Now, one